OK, is the world a safer place this morning? Could it be more dangerous? What do we make of it? To discuss all of this, we're joined by Otago University international relations expert, Robert Patman. Robert, you have good to have you on the program. You've looked at this stuff for a very, very long time. Is it significant or not?
I think it's a significant, excuse me, first step in what's going to be a long-term process of denuclearisation. But I do think, as your correspondent in Singapore just indicated, there's something of a mismatch between the very hyped rhetoric that President Trump has presented the meeting in. He spoke in terms of excellent relations between the two governments, a major breakthrough. But actually, when you look at the document that's been produced, it doesn't really live up to that rhetoric. And in fact, you know, there's the aim of verifiable nuclear disarmament is not contained in that document. So from Kim's point of view, Kim Jong-un's point of view, it's been quite a good day and quite a good summit, because he's got a lot of global exposure, and also he's wrung a massive concession out of the Americans, which is that the Americans are going to stop military exercises with the South Koreans.
And the South Koreans didn't know that, Rob. I mean, that took the South Koreans by surprise, and I would have thought that actually starts a new rift between South Korea and America, which are usually so tight.
Yes, and I think you asked the question whether the world's a safer place. I'm just wondering whether the South Korean government believes it's a safer place after the summit. They clearly wanted the summit between Mr. Trump and Kim Jong-un, but they may have thought that there were going to be no nasty surprises like that for them. And one of the things that comes out of this, I think, is whether Mr. Trump is conflating or confusing deal-making in the commercial world with deal-making with an authoritarian dictatorship which doesn't brook any domestic opposition at home. And there is a worrying sense that Mr. Trump is relying on his instincts somewhat. The other thing is that I don't think Kim Jong-un would have been impressed by the debacle in Quebec that preceded the summit. Mr. Trump was at loggerheads with liberal democracies that make up the G7 group, and that would have been noted in Pyongyang. And in a sense, I would feel a lot more comfortable if Mr. Trump had his allies on board at this summit. It was part of a multilateral effort. I think Kim Jong-un thinks he may be able to play Donald Trump. And of course, Donald Trump, I think, shares the similar ambition towards Kim Jong-un. So I think it's a welcome first step. But it's a long way to go, and it could be a protracted process.
OK. Hey, Robert, one final question, and probably only one word required from you. Is the world a safer place as a result of this meeting?
I think so, yes. OK,
thank you very much. Appreciate your time. Robert Patman, of course, Otago University international relations expert. Here's Amanda now with the news headlines.